Hello students, this is Varsha Sahib Rao Ahir and I'm an assistant professor in English at KJ Somaya College of Arts, Commerce and Science, Kopargaon, and today we are going to discuss our special English paper 4, that is Introduction to Literary Criticism, prescribed for TYBA this academic year. Now the subject basically is new for you because in your first year BA and second year BA you have studied poems, novels or dramas, but in this particular paper we are going to study literary criticism as a way to analyze a particular literary text, and this would encourage you to read a particular literary text in a particular way. So in this subject we are going to study the aspects, significance and basics of literary criticism, and particularly the objectives are to introduce students with critical approaches and nature and development of literary criticism. That means as we have the history of literature in the particular way, in the same way there is also the history of literary criticism in particular way, and that particular history should be introduced to the students because they should know the major or significant literary critics in the past, and this would encourage the students to interpret literary text in the light of that particular critical approaches. So that first and foremost thing is to understand critical approaches means what, and the critical approaches would lead you to particular interpretation or explanation of those literary text. Now in the term we are going through the syllabus at first. In the unit first particularly there is a definition, origin, principles, types and functions of literary criticism. That means what is literary criticism, where it was originated, which are the principles or the features, and the types and functions of literary criticism. Basically the origin of literary criticism is derived from the Greek terms. The Greek term kritikos means judgment, and that particular judgment is here related to literature. So that those definitions we are going to study, and then we are going to study the principles. There are types of literary criticism such as subjective criticism, objective criticism, theoretical criticism, practical criticism and so on. So those particular types should be understood. And the second unit is short survey of literary criticism. From this unit we would have the survey of literary criticism. That means we are going through the particular literary critics, their views and their approaches towards literature, the theoretical part of their studies. And so we have divided the literary criticism in particular approaches or movements, and the first movement is classical criticism. In classical criticism there are two particular critics, and first is Plato and second one is Aristotle. In Plato we are going to study the charges against poetry, and Aristotle's theory of imitation or mimesis. In theory of imitation he is he is defending poetry against Plato's charges. Here we have ended with classical criticism. Then next approach is neoclassical criticism, in which there are three important neoclassical literary critics. That means the neoclassical period includes these particular literary critics for your study. And first is John Dryden. John Dryden's idea of interpretation of classical ideas, that means his view about classical ideas. Second is Samuel Johnson and his justification of Shakespeare's intermingling of tragedy and comedy, that means tragicomedy. The third approach is romantic criticism, in which there are two important literary critics, such as first is William Wordsworth and his concept of definition of poetry. Second one is S.T. Coleridge, his concept of fancy and imagination. The next approach is Victorian criticism. That means the criticism in the period of Victorian period, and there are two important Victorian critics. First is Matthew Arnold, his concept of the functions of literary criticism, and the second is Walter Pater's idea of concept of arts for art's sake, which is related to aestheticism. The beauty of literature is discussed in this idea. The next unit includes the approach called as modernism, particularly the start of modernism. There are two important critics. First is T.S. Eliot and second is I.A. Richards, which have inspired new criticism in the next period. The first is T.S. Eliot and T.S. Eliot's concept of tradition, and the second one is I. Richards' concept of four kinds of meaning. The next approach is new criticism, and in it again there are two important new critics. First is Clanbrooke's and second is Alan Tate. Clanbrooke's concept of paradox as a structure of poetry we are going to study, and next is Alan Tate concept of tension. The next approach is Marxist criticism, and there is only one critic for your study, and that is George Lukács and his concept of realism. Students, in the unit 4 there are literary terms. There are 10 literary terms, and the first is catharsis, second is plot, third is three unities, fourth is author, fifth is canon, sixth is fancy and imagination, seventh is the sublime, eight is style, 9 is decorum and nature, and 10 is subjective and objective. This is the syllabus for your subject introduction to literary criticism, though the subject is new for you. That means the subject is introduced in your last year. Then also the subject is really very interesting and amazing for you, because it leads you the way of reading, the particular way of reading of particular text, and which would encourage you to particular kind of studies. So the important part of this study is to introduce you the literary features and literary qualities of literary works, and those literary qualities are specific and particular. So particular literary texts are going to be studied, and the particular approaches are going to be studied by all of us. So we are going to study these kinds of aspects and issues relating with literature and literary criticism. Thank you all.